All the latest hype has been around the Peerless 10-year, and today we're going to check it out, see what we think about it. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to Brutally Honest Bourbon. Today we're going to talk about Peerless 10-year. Peerless is a brand that has been really near and dear to me for a long time. I know I don't give them enough coverage, but absolutely love everything that I've ever had by them. Really, really love their double oak products. And today I'm very excited to have been able to get my hands on this Peerless 10-year Henry Kraver's Old Reserve. So we'll talk a little bit about the brand and why they named it such. This is Peerless 10-year Henry Kraver's Old Reserve. Henry Kraver was Peerless's founder back in 1889, doing business under the DSP of DSP 50, which is the same DSP they use today. This particular offer is a non-chill filtered, barrel-proof, 117.6 proof sweet mash. This will be some of the earliest barrels laid down by Corky and Carson Taylor when they revived the brand in 2013. So one of the things that I'm most fond of with Peerless is that they go in low barrel entry proof. That just seems to be a profile that I really like in whiskey. Distilling does it, Michter's does it, Hard Truth does it, Peerless does it. They're not yielding crazy proofs on their bottling. I'm to the point, guys, where I don't care about the proof. I don't care if it's sweet mash, sour mash. I don't care if it's rye, oak, wheat, triticale. I don't care. Let's just put the whiskey in the glass and let's see how it tastes, right? My experience with Peerless is everything that I've had has been great. I do find that Peerless is a little bit higher in price, but they do a lot of little things that, in my opinion, justify the pricing. One of them is this cool bottle. I mean, it looks like a barrel. It's just a really cool ass bottle, but you're not going to see many bottles made in the USA. So they're obviously paying a lot more for the glass, and that's something that I respect, the fact that it's made in the USA. The whiskey's made in the USA. They use USA products to mash it and make it. Why not put it in US glass? But in the end, that's an additional cost to the business, which is an additional cost to us. But I have an appreciation for American products, so that's just my personal preference, and I think that it's worthy of it. I haven't watched any reviews on this one. I have no clue what anybody else out here is saying about this whiskey. I don't know much about it. I do know that I'm very excited to try some of the first stuff that they laid down since they revived the brand. I just really have high expectations for it. So that really concerns me, right, to have those high expectations. But I think we just get into it right now, see what we think, and talk about it a little bit. Whiskey, it's got really good color on it. 10-year Kentucky whiskey. I like to be specific in that. We talk about age statements, but we're never relative to where they're at, right? 10-year Canadian whiskey is not 10-year Kentucky whiskey. 10-year Kentucky whiskey is not 10-year South Alabama, South Mississippi whiskey. It's not Texas whiskey. So it's not Colorado whiskey. All those places are different, the age different, and I feel like age is relative to those locations. But for Kentucky, 10-year, I feel, is where they start to kind of turn that corner. You get into the 12 and 14 years, and you really get into something that's starting to become special, right? All right, so on the nose, there again, with me being more out to drink the double oaks from Peerless, I don't have a lot of their other offerings. Shame on me. This one is going to lean a lot brighter. It's got a fantastic nose on it. Man, I'm getting like a lot of apple and berry, some tobacco, oak. There's like a sour fruit in there that I really like. It's not citrus-like. I feel like I'm picking up like a lot of red fruits. Not a whole lot of ethanol, not a whole lot of like bacon spice or anything like that for me. I say that, I may be getting just a little bit of like cinnamon in there. Overall, it smells really good. Let's see what it tastes like. Immediately for me, it dried the palate. Like just, I don't know, I felt like my tongue just kind of wrinkled up. A little bit of like some bitterness coming through there. It has a medium mouthfeel, a lot of fruit. I'd say that even the sweetness on it is a fruit-like sweetness. So I'm not getting a lot of brown sugars and caramels and I'm not getting that, which is what I thought I would probably get on a 10-year Peerless. I do get that a lot on their double oaks. Tons and tons of flavor. You hear me talk about the flavor dial or a scale of flavor. It's got a lot. I mean, it's 7.5 or 8 on the flavor dial. It's a lot of flavor. Is it good flavor? Yes. The bitterness and the drying to it, I'm going to really want to come back to this bottle. I'm not as impressed as I thought I would be. I'm glad I got it at SRP. It's like $185, $189. Is it worth that? Absolutely. I mean, it's good whiskey. I'm being probably hypercritical of what we are all considering to be such a special whiskey. For me, I want it to be that special as well. Now, I have one sip of a double oak, Peerless double oak, before I started the camera. So that's as much as I've had on my palate today. I haven't eaten, so there's no food that's affected my palate. I always drink coffee, so just iced coffee with half and half before I drink any whiskey. So I keep that consistent, right? When I'm tasting whiskey, I try to protect my palate, and I try to keep the inputs consistent so that it's always relative to my palate. I really like that mouthfeel. The flavor is just kind of like hockey stick, right? Just kind of like just start rolling on it, and woo. I will say this. It's not nearly as drying on the palate 4 to 5, 6 sips in. So maybe we scratch that. It was true. That's what happened for me. That was my experience. But I'm not getting that on the 4th or 5th sip. I haven't counted, but I'm going to say that sour fruit that I'm getting is kind of like an apricot. And then it's got just like that vague, really subtle hint of like some tobacco in there. Nice rye spice on the tongue. So for a 10-year whiskey at barrel proof, non-chill filtered, it falls about where I feel like it should. I feel like my expectations were a little high for it, higher than maybe they should have been. The finish on it is not extremely long. It doesn't fall off a cliff, but it fades kind of rapidly. Nice hug. It's got a nice hug to it. Wish it had more finish. Wish it didn't have that drying effect, because I am getting that a little bit now on like the outsides of my tongue. Every sip I go in, the glass changes like scent, and it's getting better and better. It was good to begin with, but this thing is opening up and talking to me. So perhaps this is a bottle, once we get it drank down past the neck good, it opens up some, we pour it, we let it sit, open up. Maybe it starts talking to us. The finish is a little longer now. I would just say that the finish is kind of mid, right? It's not that long, wowing finish. All in all, if I'm ranking this bottle out of 5, like I typically do, I'm going to give it like a 3.9 to 4.2, somewhere in there out of 5. Obviously, 5 being those whiskeys that just blow you away, make you scratch your head. It's not that. Was it intended to be? Maybe not. So I'm not going to sit here and just tell you that you've got to run out and grab this bottle. I'm going to tell you you've got to run out and find a pour of it. Find somebody that can send you a sample, go to a bar, get a pour. You need to try it, because you may need that bottle on your bar. For me, I am more wowed by the high rye double oak and the regular double oak from Peerless. Love those. I would love to do some collaboration with Peerless and learn more about their other offerings. So if you guys see this over at Peerless, hopefully my opinion hasn't offended you in any way, because it wasn't intended to. No disrespect. I hold Peerless in the highest regard. Just my honest, brutally honest opinion on the bottle. That's where I'm at. I'm nobody, but that's just my thoughts on it. One man out of a billion that's drinking your product. So for those that bought it, should you regret it? Absolutely not. You're going to drink the heck out of that whiskey. You're going to crush it. You're going to drink that bottle pretty rapidly. Is it that special pour that you only go to on certain occasions? No. And was it intended to be? I don't know. I assume not. It's very, very good. It's not an allocated special release like Whiskey of the Year. It's not in that contention for me after, we're talking Heaven Hill 22. Like that, to me, that's the epitome right now. I haven't had anything else in 26 that's going to hold a candle to Heaven Hill 22. I've sold my soul. I have 3 bottles of it. And if I have something else I can sell, toe, liver, kidney, I'll try to get 2 or 3 more of them, because the price is coming down, and I really, really, really like that bottle. So I'm a Heaven Hill geek. I love Peerless, but to me, that's just going to be my thoughts on the bottle. So I hope that helps you guys out. There again, Peerless, hope you don't take offense to what I'm saying, but it is my honest opinion. And still love you guys, love your product, and I don't think that there's a thing wrong with this bottle. I hope nobody's hearing that. I hope you're not hearing me say that this is not one you need. I'm just saying that it's maybe not as special as the hype that followed it when it first dropped. But it's definitely a bottle that needs to be considered, and it's one to be reckoned with in Peerless's lineup. So, guys, appreciate everything that you guys do for us, following us, subscribing. If you're enjoying our content, please share this over to some of your friends and ask them to give us a follow as well. If you have questions, drop those down in the comments. I promise you I'll get back to you. You can email us over at brutallyhonestbourbon@gmail.com. Check out Brutally Honest One, the website. We're constantly adding offerings over there. We've got the Crittenden lineup coming, so Matt's been talking with the clearinghouse and getting all the cola set up. So I'm hoping in the end of May, early June, we've got some Crittenden offerings there for y'all across the country that haven't ever been able to get that. So check that out. And guys, till the next time, y'all let the whiskey and the friendships flow. Cheers. It's good whiskey. It's not great whiskey. It's good.